So Morrissey walked off stage earlier this year because he could smell burning meat.
That's right, Morrissey walked off stage early this year at a festival in LA because he could smell burning meat. He returned 20 minutes later after the air had cleared. Oh. We're into the last bit of this morning's show. We're asking if Morrissey was right to storm off stage after a moron lobbed a bottle of water at him, hitting the star on the head. Glenn K and Stephen's views in a mo. Yours on the usual number as well, 0207 173 5555. The former Smith staff flounced off halfway through the second song of the night up in Liverpool. You can see the moment of impact there quite clearly. His walk-off left 8,000 fans feeling well, Mardy, because they paid up to £35 each for the pleasure of seeing the star play in Liverpool and got less than 15 minutes of fun. Some felt he should have got on with the show. He should be used to such stupidity by now, they reckon. Others felt he was quite within his rights to walk off. He's not been well, they said, which is quite true. The 50-year-old collapsed a couple of weeks ago with breathing problems. Lobbing bottles of water, beer and pee-pee at performers at open-air festivals was part of the fun when I was a kid. I remember lobbing a bottle of water at the tall guy in the Thompson twins at Crystal Palace, hit him square on the head and he didn't miss a beat. That's rock and roll. So if Mozza thinks he had problems, my good friends Hawkwind, they've had much worse to deal with. At one gig in the early 80s, they had a loony taking pot shots at them with a shotgun. And well, actually, they did walk off stage. What about you, Glenn? Anything been chucked at you?
Yes. We, in the early days of Squeeze, this is when punk was prevalent, it was commonplace to get spat at, but we played it. That was unpleasant enough, but it's somehow doable, although I doubt if I'd like it now as much as I didn't then. But we played at veterinary college and we had animal fetuses thrown at us. It was a severely unpleasant experience. We just carried on regardless and finished the show.
So you did finish the show?
We finished the show, but at the end, it was only at the end when we were walking off stage that I became aware of just what it was that was being thrown at us. You know, obviously someone's having a whiz.
Was it not cool for cats, then?
It was not cool for cats. Potential cats, anyway.
And do you support Mozza for walking off there?
Well, he's a delicate old soul, isn't he? You know, and he always has been. And I did later with Jules when he was on one time, and you know, he just stares intently at the ground and won't engage in any sort of conversation. Right. You think, come on, grow up. Yeah, come on. On my third bottle of water, he eventually looked up.
Kate, do you have any sympathy for him walking off?
I don't know. I mean...
I'm surprised. I thought you'd say yes, actually.
Well, yeah, I think he does whatever he wants to do. I mean, if he's that kind of personality...
Can you imagine a fan complaining, being hit in the eye by a gladioli that he's thrown from the stage, eh?
Yeah,
it goes both ways.
I know. I don't have a hugely strong view on it, I have to say. I mean, obviously, for the people who didn't get their money's worth, then I can see why they're fed up. But
they might get a refund.
Why should he stand? Maybe he doesn't know what's coming next, but it sounds as if it's part of the drill. I mean, it happens to everyone, does it?
Well, at some points, I just think he's... you know, if you've got spotlights on, you don't know what's coming. You don't get to see anything until it's there. You know,
right,
that's the thing. You can't exactly
You had anything,
dodge
Stephen, thrown at you?
I've had stuff thrown at me on stage, and obviously because it's a comedy situation, people are sitting in their seats. But I have stopped the show, and I've got whoever threw that thing to get chucked out, because you're not on stage to have things thrown, missiles thrown at you. At the end of the day,
if you're not funny, you don't think you deserve it then?
No, of course not. No, that's not why you're there.
Are there any scenes we were throwing things at you on your new DVD?
Oh.
I just wondered. I was just asking. What about our audience?
Next for is Liza, so she's been to a couple of gigs. So is Morrissey right to walk off?
I think each to their own, really. I mean, if he was unwell, maybe he shouldn't have even done the gig, but it was the fact that when he did walk off, he never even came back and apologised. He sent his right-hand man on to apologise.
That's why I just said, Morrissey won't be back with us this evening. It's so sad.
I wouldn't be bothered, like, but no.
Have you ever thrown anything at anybody?
No, but probably would at Morrissey.
All right, well, we'll leave that there before you start throwing things at me, I think. Because now, like a petulant, prissy pop star hit by a plastic bottle of water, it's time for me to slither off. Trish is up